Today I'm going to talk to you about this system right here. It is much more high performance than the last video I uploaded, like the system in the last video. So in this case, I am using an X99 platform. It is equipped with the i7-5930K, which is on an ASUS Rampage V Extreme motherboard. The CPU is water-cooled by a custom hard tube loop and a 280mm radiator. I think it's 45mm thick by EK water blocks. So this is the base of the system with 32 gigs of DDR4 2133 CL12 memory. The memory could go faster, but this is X99, and X99 has some, don't want to call it issues, but it is a bit hard to train your memory on this platform. I cannot get it run faster than 2133 without losing 2 channels. So whenever I set it to 2400 MHz, I lose 2 memory channels. And so I would only have 16 gigs dual channel memory, and no matter what I do, I increase the system agent voltage, everything, it just doesn't bring me back the 2 memory channels when I go to 2400 MHz. So I leave it at 2133, which is perfectly stable. It is MAM tested, and yeah, runs fine. Then I am using a Zotac RTX 2080 Ti graphics card in the system, a 1TB Nvme SSD, and a 2TB hard drive. Everything else is exactly the same as it was when I showed you the system with like the low-end system with the i5 4460 and the GTX 660. I always do the same process when installing Windows. First of all, I make sure when I install it that I get the latest drivers for the graphics card. Then I run the inspector tool where I remove the Spectre and Meltdown patches, which benefits some Intel CPUs a lot actually. Then I also use the Windows 10 debloater, and I do some manual tweaking within the settings. I disable some background processes and stuff. So I make sure I have a very slim Windows 10 installation on the systems. Yeah, so that's what it looks like. I actually quite like the look of the system. It is all kind of red, black themed, which goes perfectly with the motherboard, with this X99 Rampage V Extreme by ASUS. It is a beautiful board, I must say. Yeah, with the water cooling, red coolant in here. It is an RGB case, so I could actually change the colors of the fans, but I think red is quite nice. It really matches the system. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to show you the performance in Fortnite, because I think it's still one of the most important games when selling a system. So just want to make sure the performance is where I'm gonna list it at. So when I'm gonna say it will run it at, let's say 180 FPS, I want to make sure that it actually does run it at 180 FPS. And I'm also going to use this video as a reference for people who are asking me or accusing me for not being, like, I don't want to say honest. Yeah, actually, if we're not being honest, I'm perfectly honest. I test my systems and I make sure the performance is where I list it at. Alright, so I'm going to be most transparent, show you the performance again, and based on the video of my low-end system, many people were really surprised by what I got out of it. But hey, I think that's what it is, what you're getting when you make sure that your Windows 10 installation is set up properly. Yeah. So I'm now in the settings menu of this game. I first set the settings to exactly the same as I did on the low-end system. So it is 1080p, full screen mode. VSync is off. We have an unlimited FPS limiter, if you want to call it. Then we have no virtual nanite geometry. Viewing distance is on medium, textures on high, and everything else low and off. So somewhere around medium to high settings in this game in performance mode. Make sure it is performance mode. And one thing I forgot to mention is the frequency of this of the CPU. It is a i7 5930K, 6 cores, 12 threads, and I'm running it at 4.6 gigahertz all cores. So it is overclocked. Just so you are aware of that, it is not running at stock speeds. And I'm again gonna try myself with the one-handed gaming experience on a controller. It's probably the worst thing you can possibly do. Playing it on controller is already quite a stretch, and playing it one-handed is like the worst thing ever. So you're just gonna see, let's say, forget about the gameplay. Just look at the FPS counter, because everything else is nonsense. Alright, so in the lobby we are reaching 200. So around 200. Don't want to look at the ground. This is too easy to render. With people around 200 FPS. Yes. And you know what? That's actually really good, because the lobby usually is a complete stuttery mess, and is a good indication on the CPU that I have in here, because this is very, very CPU limited normally, and getting such high FPS is actually a good thing. Okay, so the battle boss is getting ready. I'm super ready with my one-handed controller. Alright, here we are. Gonna look around, so hopefully I can jump out at the same place as I was last time. Yes, I think I might be able to. It was somewhere, Frenzy Farm or whatever, Fields, like that was the name of it. Okay, how do I? Yeah, okay, alright. So jumping out of the bus, we are at around 100 something, no, actually 200. Let's just call it very high FPS. I don't think you would complain about 180 or higher. I mean, would be weird, right? I mean, in my book, this is quite good. No, we're getting 400 on the ground. That's nuts. Okay, no, actually. Alright, so I am walking towards a area with lots of trees. I don't know how taxing it is on the CPU. I don't think it's too much, but we are sitting easily above 200 FPS, actually getting into the 300 FPS mark, and just I want to actually go, yes, oh dear, no, okay, my one-handed experience not going really well today. Oh shoot, yeah, I want to go into this car, yeah. Oh man, this is so bad. I survived. That's amazing. Alright. Trying to go somewhere actually, I mean, this performance is just crazy, you know. I think you would agree if I said that we are above 200 FPS basically all the time, right? Because it doesn't really seem to dip. It is also quite stable, I would say. 200, 300 FPS. I'm gonna try to get to a place where there are people around. Okay. Oh shoot. No, no, don't. You could also call it the drunk gaming experience, because it's like, this is bad, this is really bad. Yes, we are staying above 200 FPS in this. Yeah, okay, alright. Let's just walk around and die. I think that's the easiest thing for me to do in this game right now with a controller. It's gonna be the chicken and the dinosaur cage. 300 FPS, damn. I'll do a jump, yes. Oh, actually my fingers hurt. Okay, I think I'm just gonna quit it here. You saw the performance, and now I'm gonna try that running at different settings, not in performance mode anymore. We are now in DirectX 11 mode, 1080p full screen, which is super easy on the graphics card. Basically testing the CPU, because Fortnite is very CPU dependent, and everything else. I have FXAA for anti-aliasing. I don't want to go any higher because I don't know how taxing it is on the GPU, and I first of all want to test the CPU and not the graphics card. That's 2080 Ti is probably way more than good enough for Fortnite. Then this is off. Shadows are off. Don't like shadows in this game. I think for playing it competitively you don't want to have shadows on. Then we have viewing distance on high or far, and then textures on high. Everything else is low and off. Okay, I would say these are like the competitive settings, or close to the competitive settings. Actually, I think you could go on medium textures if you play it on competitive mode. Okay, let's join the game. So we are in the lobby. Just standing here, no people around, above 200. Yep. Now we can see the stuttering mess Fortnite is in the lobby. It is struggling a little bit. Still, let's say it is hovering around the 200 FPS mark. With, I mean, here we have a lot of characters. Still close to 200 FPS in the lobby, which is a good indicator on the performance. Okay, alright. Now, looking down the aisle from the bus, 200. Yeah, we'll call it above 200 FPS, which is alright. I don't know, I'm gonna have to search for my fancy fields or whatever. Fly down here. Let's see how much my one-handed controller experience improved, or skills. Oh, not that much. I don't want to go close to buildings because I will get shot down. I have, like, you know, I can't play this game like that. I'm just here to show you the FPS, not how I play this game. Alright, so we are again in the tree intensive area. We have our FPS around the 200 mark, bit below. It is hovering somewhere around the 180 FPS, 100, 200, and there is some stuff going on the screen now in front. Two people shooting at each other. Don't actually want to walk right in there. I don't want to be the stupid. Oh, damn! What was that? No, no, run away! Oh, that. Okay. You know what? I'm just gonna stop it here. I don't think I have a chance playing this game like that. Next time when I do a video on a system, I will make sure I have a tripod for my smartphone, so I can actually show you a real gameplay on it, because this is just to show you plus minus the performance of this computer in this game. This system for sure is way more high performance than the last one, but it's just, I mean, when you think of it, like X99 is already quite an old platform, but if you tweak your system right, you can still get a lot of performance out of it. And yeah, just seen it on this video, and I hope you enjoyed it. We'll see each other again in the next one, and have a nice one. Bye.